Welcome back to the Cannabis Packaging Show. It's a true honor to have this man who I didn't know if he was going to come on the show. Manny. The show's about to get crazy, Manny. Thanks for being on the show.
No problem, Mike.
All right, so let's do this.
From the Grey Goose bottle before the show. He's a little loose right now.
Yeah, maybe not. He's waiting for the party. So we're talking about exit bags. It's what your consumer walks out the door with. I think a lot of exit bags, we're going to start by showing some ones that are a little more generic. They get the job done, but I think we can upgrade exit bags, and we want to show you a few ideas just to get the juices flowing, the creative juices flowing. So Dan, let's start with this basic design that you see right here. So do you want to just tell us a little bit about this and maybe show how to open it?
Sure, very simple here. It's just got kind of instructions, generic, no branding on this one. It's just pinch, twist, and pull. It's got kind of a grip up top here. Feels a little bit like sandpaper in my opinion. And then you kind of just twist that, open it up, and you'll have your goods inside there.
So that's an exit bag. For those who are new to the industry, this is the bag that, like the shopping bag that you'd walk out with. You put the products inside that with the child-resistant zipper, and in many states they allow for that, so the products themselves don't have to be child-resistant. They go into a child-resistant exit bag. People have mixed feelings about that, if that really makes sense, or if all the products themselves should be child-resistant, and I think that eventually the law will go to where the products have to be child-resistant, but this is an interim thing. So with that product, I think those could go, and I've seen it in some dispensaries where that bag goes inside of a more fancy shopping bag. Vark is knocking over all the items in the set. Goes into a more fancy shopping bag, so that's an option too. Show the MedMen bag. This is another. So MedMen actually, Dan, why don't you talk about their,
Sure.
the child-resistant inside the standard bag?
Sure. So all the products at MedMen, you can see here, you've got your child-resistant exit bag here. So you've got your zipper, products go inside, the locking mechanism. If I can get it here, there we go. Click, boom, it's good to go. It's got kind of a double-edged lock here to reopen it, of course. A little bit of label branding in this case.
Is this a pollen gear product? No, it's not branded. Okay.
But that being said, when you leave MedMen, I'll take that back. MedMen actually puts this into a nice shopping or regular, I'll say regular shopping bag, if you will. That goes in here. You walk out of the store. In this case, we were in Las Vegas at MedMen. We're advertising for MedMen all around the strip, walking around with their product, bright red bag, nice branding on top of that. Some printing here as well. That is one way to do it, kind of doubling up the bag in this case. But yeah,
awesome. So Manny, what do you think about these different bags here?
I mean, it's all about putting your brand out there in front, like Dan just said. You're walking down the strip in Vegas. You're walking down, Fifth Avenue in New York City, and it's just right on blast right there. Rather than that plain white bag that we saw earlier, which really leaves you nothing at all. This is garbage, trash. Sorry.
Manny's going.
I'm
direct.
aggressive, guys.
Manny's going direct. So maybe an exit bag like that goes inside of another shopping bag would be good to give that end experience. And let's talk about this one here, Dan. Can you talk about this bag here with that has like a metal top? Just want you to show that.
Sure. So this one, a bit more high end. You've actually got basically metal handles that are incorporated into this bag. Clearly playing into the True Fab branding, company out of Seattle that we worked with. This is probably a little more upscale, but again, giving ideas to differentiate from your standard exit bag, your standard shopping bag. How can we differentiate? In this case, we're adding that kind of handle, that luxe look. And again, this is something you wouldn't necessarily throw out when you get home. You might reuse it for a multitude of things. Good to have, but again, from the branding aspect, that's free marketing.
Absolutely. So just to clarify, that was a market sample that I brought in, but no worries at all on that one. So anything else? Let's talk about this here, tissue paper. Manny, what are your thoughts on taking this more fashion? This is a concept we did for Vera weighing in the fashion side, but what do you think of this in a dispensary? Do you see it as being a little bit too fancy, too upscale? Do you think there's a place for it in the market, or what are your general thoughts?
I would think it all depends on your product, you know, but just in a general sense, it just gives you that feeling of just being happy and opening up getting home, getting a gift from someone like that, just pulling the tissue paper out, and just gives you a better feeling. I mean, I don't have another bag to throw, but I would throw it if I did.
Manny's all about throwing stuff. So as Manny was saying, it's all about having happy customers. Like the MedMen bag, it's all about having happy clients that when they get your packaging and they see it and they feel like, hey, I just went to the best. And I think MedMen is someone that we want to work with over time. They're going to be a client someday. Or we'll work with the next MedMens all around, but it's about giving that happy experience to your clients. So that's what this is all about. Any other topics or anything else to say about exit bags and exit packaging? The crowd is silent.
I think it's pretty unbelievable. Just like this, again, standard shopping bag that you see in every retailer in America. I see a lot of the dispensaries, even that we're working with, who still put their stuff in just a brown paper bag, or a very low end. They're not looking at each step, which again, every single point where you touch the customer, you have to be cognizant of. From when they walk into the store, to the lighting, to the way it smells, to the way it feels, to the way the ground feels, to the way the aisles are set up. Really, like, I want people to pay attention. Again, we talk about just the customer experience and owning a dispensary and all the different things that line up. It's not just about packaging. It's not just about the way the outside of your store looks or the sign. It's literally, you're touching the customer hundreds of times every time they walk into your store. And the points where you really make that lasting impression, we want to make sure that you guys are focused on. And one of them is, again, when you're taking that end bag and you're walking out the store, what are you carrying? How does it feel? How does it look? Like Manny said, that the experience you get when you're opening that bag, it's really important that you're looking at all those little things that make an amazing brand, and that separates the good from the great, and unfortunately the bad. Some people with great products just have a terrible customer experience, and they never get to showcase the world how great they are because they don't spend time looking at these little details that mean a lot.
I think in the world of where cannabis was a small circle, I think it mattered less. I think with the exit bag, it mattered less because there were people who were super passionate about the industry and they knew about the product, and maybe they had a medical card in certain states where it's only medical. Whereas today, as I was saying in the first video, we're living in a world, in a moment in time, where millions of new consumers will have their first experience in a dispensary and with the cannabis brand. And at that point in time, I think bags and these products that Contempo's manufactured for many years become highly, highly relevant. Whereas before, I think you could get away with making the argument that the exit package mattered less. I think today we are living in a world where we want to remove the cannabis stigma, and the packaging and the bag should look just like anything else. I'm a firm believer in that.
Good.
Ingrid, you're back. Ingrid was checking on her department and making sure all the files were getting out, but she's back. Everything looks good?
Yes.
Okay, that's the most important thing. Is it more important than the show to get the customers what they need on time?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's a hard one to know what the right answer is. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we got one more episode for you here. Then we have a surprise episode number 12. Thanks for watching the Cannabis Packaging Show. We are Contempo Specialty Packaging. We're ready to make 2019 your best year ever. Thanks for watching.